Well, folks, good morning. It is Monday, March 17th, and we are out here checking the cattle. And the only reason I can be out here is because I am on spring break. And right now, we just gotta check the cows. Yesterday morning, we put out 6 big round bales in our feeders. So the cows have been chowing down, and they almost have that feeder empty already. And then over here, they've been chowing down on that feeder too. And we've been having problems with this one calf right here, this little tan one. And yesterday morning when we put out hay, we checked the cows, and he had a snotty nose and he has bad scours. And we've been giving him shots. He's out of a cow we bought down at 4 State Stockyards, I believe. He's out of that cow, and we got him tagged up and everything. And so now we're just driving around, checking all the cows, make sure there's no new babies, and if there is, we'll try to tag them up. This feeder was hidden, you couldn't really see it, but that one's about half empty too. And we got some cows eating on that, and we got some nice little calves laying there that'll be able to get weaned on probably sometime April or May. I was coming up on these cattle, and since we keep keeping back some heifers, if they have a purple tag right now, that means they are into the second stage, or not second stage, like they're gonna have their second calf. And green tags mean that they are gonna have their first calf soon. And I was coming up here and I saw this little one, and that one is out of my cow. She is coming up on her second calf, and that cow right there must have a baby hidden somewhere, because she is going crazy. I would say that cow's in heat because she's got 4 bulls following her. And I think she has a calf somewhere, because she looks like, with her bag and everything, she had a calf recently. But just to double check, we can look down here. Let me zoom out. Look down here. She is number 96. We can look in our book. Number 96. She does not have a calf written down, I don't think. So either she has a calf hidden somewhere, or her calf got too big for us to try to tag. Driving up over here, there is this brown Brahma that had a calf recently, and we have a ranch dog, and if she sees that dog, she gets crazy, and yesterday she almost plowed through Garrett, my grandpa's worker. That's her little calf right there. It's a heifer. And then that cow right there, she is high-headed and she will attack you. Her calf's right there. And yesterday she was eating hay, and I saw that calf all by itself. I pulled up next to it, I grabbed it, and I pulled that thing up inside of here, and it was in the floorboard. And my grandpa's worker, Garrett, got in that seat right there and helped me get a tag on it. Here's a prime example of what I was talking about. So, oh, she's walking away. But I talked about those purple tags and them green tags. So that one right there is coming up on her second calf. And then, if you look at that one right there with that green tag, she's coming up on her first calf. And they should be having babies this spring, maybe during summer. But we need to get all the first and second calf heifers all preg checked and make sure they're pregnant. And if they are not pregnant, then we will just sell them probably, or we'll put some in the steak pen, the feedlot, so we can get them butchered and sell their beef to some people. While I was driving over here, I saw this cow. This one with the horns, she is my sister's. I think that cow right there is gonna have a baby pretty soon. And then there's the neighbor spraying. And then if you go over here, there's another longhorn right there. And she is kind of mean sometimes. She doesn't let other cows eat hay when it's fresh, we put out. And next time we go to move them, if she doesn't have a calf that was small, if her calf's big enough to wean, we will just take her to the sale barn and sell her. Coming over here, this cow looks like she keeps trying to get out. Try to get over there to them feedlots that the neighbor has. Now whenever I come out and check cattle, there is this piece back here. It goes way further back too. But I like to check it because the cows like to hide their newborn babies back here so we can't find them. Or they just come back here away from all the other cows to have their babies. And one time we came down here after working cows and we found a little calf down here. And I opened my door in the back seat and that little calf just jumped right into my door. This is part of where I do my check at. Back here, there's like, well, we got a dozer to come back here and push this little hole in all the trees. And I drive through here on this side and I see if I can look up in there and like see a cow with a baby or something. But today we are not seeing much up in there. And then I usually come back around here and then I do like a 180 and then I check on this side. When I was talking about them heifers, I said if they weren't pregnant, we were gonna put them in the feedlot. And right here is the feedlot. On Thursday last week, I think it was the 13th, we took 3 steers down to the butcher block, and now we're only down to 2 steers and 1 heifer. She didn't breed, so that's why she's in here. She's almost big enough, well, not quite yet, but pretty soon she'll start get like a growth spurt and they'll like get way fatter. And another way that they can get in there is when Grandpa buys them and they're really big, he'll put them in there, and or when like they get crippled, so like they got a messed up foot, he'll throw them in there, or not didn't see any new babies. But I come out here twice a day, probably, to check on them. Like once between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. and then I come out probably at